Hello dear farmers, this is Farm with Chris, and most of the farm videos you watch, they will tell you to have super napier in your farm as it is a vigorous crop for your animal. So here, this is the normal napier grass. Most of the farmers have this in their farm. So I've weeded it and I have applied the manure, and you can see it's growing quite well. It's very green, but it's a month old. I want you to note that it's a month old, and we are gonna compare it with a super napier, which is 1 week. I harvested that super napier 1 week ago. So the advantage of this is kind of hardy. Most of the time it will not dry. It will not dry up when it's sunny, but it has quite a disadvantage because it's irritating. Personally, I hate carrying the napier grass because when those thorny structure come into contact with your skin, it's kind of itchy, and that's not the best feeling when you are in the farm. So I'm gonna compare this one to the super napier. And another thing about it, the growth rate is quite slow. As you can see, it's a month old, and most of the farmers have this. You can see up there we have a lot of it, but hopefully I'm gonna uproot this normal napier grass slowly, step by step, and plant the recent super napier. So this also is the normal napier grass. It's 3 months old since I harvested it, so it's quite slow when it comes to maturity. And here, these are it was an experimental piece of land that I set aside to check the growth rate of the super napier, because I've heard about people saying its growth rate and all that. So I decided to have some few cuttings, plant them, give them the manure they will require for growth, and this is what I got. So this is a week old super napier. After I have harvested it, I harvested it last week, and here is its growth rate. It's quite vigorous when it comes to growth. And also after harvesting it, you can see the sprigs. There are more sprigs, and they are very healthy. And the more it grows, the more you feed it with the manure, the more production you will get from this super napier. So it's quite a good napier grass, especially to farmers who want to have that fodder security and biomass in their fodder. So from here you can see I planted this one. It has already dried up. So this is the first one that I planted, and from it I got this one, those are 2, 3. We have a fourth one here, and here we have a small one, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. We have an 8, a 9, and this one growing, we have a 10. So from a single split we have 10 after the first cutting, and the more you continue cutting, the more the splits it will produce. So this is a section which I set aside to get that more splits to propagate in my farm. So after I harvested this super napier, this is what I got. I got some splits which I'm gonna plant. I'm gonna make a video on how I will plant them. So these are the splits. I kept them here. It's like a nursery, a small nursery. I raised the soil, and propagated them here. The main reason I did this was to make them shoot or have those leaves. As you can see, this one is from last week, and already it has a leaf on it, and majority of them are starting to sprout. As you can see from this one, it's sprouting. This sprout, this one. So I'm gonna make a video on these splits. I'm gonna plant them. Actually, I didn't plant them after I harvested because I didn't have manure, but I have the manure, and we are gonna make a video and show you how to plant the super napier. And hit that subscription button and share my video.